Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Meta. I am yours truly, Travis Spencer.
I'm Camilla Crawley.
Camilla, it is Thursdays, and we are about to do community conversation.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
So for today, we're going to start as usual with our
Mhm.
grounding
Okay.
and set an intention, have our centering thought, and then have a nice conversation about Kwanzaa.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, we will have a call to action,
Mhm.
and as usual, we'll remind people about liking and sharing and all of that good stuff. So I think I'm going to take them through the grounding for today.
Yes.
So let's get started. Anything coming up for you around the grounding practice or
Well, it's we're almost at the end of the week, so I am feeling a little fatigued.
Mhm.
Just had a very interesting week. So
Okay.
yeah.
So maybe we can do just a little bit of movement
Okay.
for the grounding to kind of get the body going a little bit.
All right.
Okay. So for our grounding today, we're going to focus in on the body. And let's start with just a simple movement, and I'll demonstrate first, where you start with your hands back near the chest area, and then you push the hands out right in front of you.
Okay.
Okay? So let's do that together. So start with the hands by the chest and then push right out in front of you. And see if you can look above the fingers as you push the hands out in front of you and then bring the hands back to the chest. So we're just going to do that about 3 times with the breath. So as we leave the hands here, or start with the hands here, we're going to inhale, exhale as we push out in front of us. Okay? Again, noticing how the arms feel with the movement, the fingers. Bring the hands back. Inhale and exhale out in front of us. Noticing any sensations. And for the final time, you're going to bring the hands back to the chest. Inhale and exhale forward. Now gently let the hands rest in the lap or down by the sides.
Mm.
And now notice the arms. Do you feel like you need to shake your arms out a little bit? Rub the palms of the hands. Now we're just noticing the body and grounding in
Mm.
the presence of our body. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's our grounding.
Right. So now we're going to set our intention for today. And, we'll take 5 or 10 seconds and just think about how we want to approach our day. So let's begin. All right. I think setting the intention for today is a very powerful practice.
Absolutely. Sometimes when we're very, very busy,
Hmm.
we don't really take the time to see what is it that we desire. So I love setting intentions to slow down and to ask ourselves, what is it that I'm really wanting for today?
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good.
Okay. Our centering thought is a quote, and this particular quote here says, social transformation is not measured in weeks or months, but in generations. Again, that centering thought is social transformation is not measured in weeks or months, but in generation. And that's a quote from our ancestor, Cicely Tyson, from her book, Just As I Am. Hmm.
Mm. I like that.
Right?
Yeah, I think it does a very good job of going into the topic that we're about to talk about.
I agree. And, Kwanzaa will be coming up in a couple of weeks. And I know that we're going to be a part of a Kwanzaa celebration in the DMV area at Seeker's Church. So it's going to be the first time
Mhm.
for the BIPOC Sangha to have this particular celebration. So it's exciting. It's exciting to think about almost like this quote about generations, like starting tradition, right?
Mhm.
Something that can continue on. And so, just thinking about Kwanzaa and the fact that, at least for me, this will be the first time celebrating with the particular Sangha. Why is it that you want to celebrate Kwanzaa this year?
I think that for me, celebrating Kwanzaa is supporting our young people. Um, we're planning for families to come, as well as just adults. But the young people seeing the adults doing these practices, the Kwanzaa, the practices that are a part of Kwanzaa, and then being in communities celebrating, I think it's extremely important for them. Um, in the work that I do, oftentimes when I'm working with our young people, um, they're lacking in purpose. And Kwanzaa, I believe, really supports us in reconnecting to our lineage through this practice that was developed in the 60s.
Yeah, all very good points. And I agree. For me, I'm excited about celebrating Kwanzaa because, like you, I see it as a means to unifying.
Hmm.
Not the mean, but one of many
Hmm.
ways that we can unify in terms of our families and our larger community. Because oftentimes we might not feel like um, we have something like some type of framework or rituals that we can like
Mm-hmm.
point to. And thinking about this celebration this year, the more that I kept looking at it and reading over it, and I was saying to myself, like, well, this is it's here. Like,
Hmm.
we got it
Yeah.
in terms of looking at it as a value system that we can unify around and say to ourselves, here's something that we can use as a foundation as families and as a community. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you're speaking, what just popped into my head was Sankofa,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. So explain to everyone out there what Sankofa means.
Oh, absolutely. So Sankofa means to go back and get it, right? The symbol of Sankofa is a bird with an egg on its back, um, and so the bird is looking back
Mm.
as it's moving forward. So, and the egg on the back represents what's coming, you know, the children of the bird, if you will, the child of the bird, the egg. So, Sankofa, we're going back to retrieve what was taken from us so many hundreds of years ago, 400 years ago, in our language, our spirituality, our culture was gutted and in a lot of cases robbed. We see aspects of our culture in our society today, but we don't even have credit for that, right? So, um, Kwanzaa is just like you said, it's like one of the seeds that is necessary for our culture to begin to um, blossom again, begin to be rebuilt in a way that really serves our young people and our families.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And also thinking about this idea of building foundations, going back
Hmm.
to get it. It just reminds me that again, often we may hear about issues and problems
Hmm.
and a lot of attention being put on that. But this is representing to me how a lot of what we need is already here. So this Sankofa piece is
Mm.
so important because, like you said, Sankofa is about looking back, going back, and then bringing it forward. There's so much that has already been put in place or created from by our ancestors. We
Hmm.
simply just really need to go back, bring those things that are helpful for it.
Hmm.
So, not everything, right?
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
that's the other piece of it. So, even with Sankofa and going back to get it, being able to really be mindful about okay, what exactly we want to bring forward, and
Hmm.
then bring that forward and decide how we want to, be creative or make adjustments or adapt it to where we are right now in
Hmm.
this present moment. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love the idea of that. It's the idea of seven generations. Seven generations in the past and seven generations in the future. And here's what I'm thinking: is what we're doing with Sankofa now. We are supporting seven generations in the future. You know, in my mind, I would love to believe that the children. that will come after us will be continuing to do Kwanzaa or something that comes from Kwanzaa.
Mhm.
You know, let this be the birth of it. You know, the fruits of Kwanzaa, if you will.
Yes.
You know, and we're talking seven generations into the future.
Yeah. So it's a really exciting time. I
Mm-hmm.
think that the conditions and things that are going on right now are really prime for us to
Mm-hmm.
lean very deeply into a celebration like Kwanzaa, amongst other things that we can go back and
Mm-hmm.
bring forward. So that seems to be part of my hope, like you said, for beginning to really take action and step into Kwanzaa and other parts of our culture and our being that we may not have known about specifically. So I know that when we've talked, you often mention like, yeah, we may not know specifically the tribe that were a part of, the country on the continent, and all these different things because of chattel enslavement. However, the essence, I
Mm-hmm.
think, I think the essence of our ancestors, not just here in this country, but also on the continent, the essence of all of our ancestors still is present today. That
Mm-hmm.
energy, I think, is still present, even if we may not be able to specifically pinpoint and identify it as this this thing by name. You know?
Yeah, it's in our DNA.
Yes.
You know, I think it's all about, and you know, we talk about frequency a lot.
Yeah.
So I believe that when we are on the frequency of our ancestors, you know, then those rituals and things that they developed over thousands and thousands and thousands of years, remembering that our ancestors were the first people on this planet
Yes.
and the first people to civilize this planet, if
Yes.
you will. So when you begin thinking about that, it's a frequency.
Hmm.
And once we step into that frequency, then everything that is to be learned and revealed will
Hmm.
come. So as we talk about this, and I'm thinking about it, is that Sankofa is about getting to that frequency where we can begin to be open to the ancestors sharing. Look, we would like for you to bring this back, you know,
Hmm.
and maybe with a modern twist,
Yes.
you know, but still bringing it back in a way that will evolve, and our children would take it on and evolve it as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things I'd like to invite everyone out there to think about is number one, um, just being aware that we are continuations,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So we may not have known our ancestors, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 generations before us. However, we still are continuations of them
Mm-hmm.
because everything that they did when they were here on this planet is the reason why we are
Mm-hmm.
sitting before you now. So we
Exactly.
are the continuation of that. And think to yourselves, especially those of you out there who are parents and adults, what is it that you want your children to be the continuation of?
That
You
is
know?
the question.
Yeah,
Yes. Awesome
yeah.
question.
So that's where I'm going to settle in on this conversation around Kwanzaa, more Kwanzaa in the sense of building, remembering, and thinking about continuation.
Hmm. Yes. And I'm going to add on to
Yeah.
that. And just briefly, I want to say this. So, thinking about the question that Camilla has shared, I want to invite you to use the comments and share what you are going to, what you would like your children to be the continuation of. You know, and you can also share, you know, because we're all on healing journeys.
Yes.
So, um, um, the healing journey that you are on, if you're on a healing journey, how will that affect how you are celebrating Sankofa this year? You know, or how you're going to affect that continuation that you were just speaking about. You know, how does your healing support your children? Yeah,
All right. I think that was the call to action too.
yeah, I think right. You're right.
I read it even more so. You have the call to action, and you also have um, just some thoughts to think about from this wonderful conversation.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So from there, you can wrap us all up.
Okay, let's see if I can do it with a neat little bow and everything. So, want to invite you to like and subscribe. You know, and as always, um, once you hit that like button, go ahead and send it to someone so that they can listen to this talk and hopefully can be of support to them. We are so happy that our community is growing, and we're so grateful for you. So, I want to invite you to invite someone else.
Yes.
Right.
I want to second that appreciation for everyone out there because we have definitely been watching and we've seen the increase in those that have subscribed. So much appreciation and
Mm,
gratitude to you all
yes.
who have subscribed up to this point. And we're just looking forward with continuing this journey and building the community
Hmm.
as we go on. All right.
Yes.
So don't forget to join us again
Hmm.
as we will start each and every day grounded, intentional,